Hi, welcome to Twin Leaf Brewery, the latest in a series in what is now being called the Brewery District, the South Slope of Asheville, the South Cox neighborhood, also home to Burial, Green Man, soon to be Wicked Weed's sour location and their storage facility, and just up the street, Asheville Brewing Company in Highware. I'm here right now with one of the co-founders and owners, Steph Weber. Tim could not be here. Your husband, he's feeling a little bit under the weather today.
Yes.
But you've got a lucky kid. I've seen him running around here at the brewery before because, you know, you might think you're lucky if your mom and dad are rock stars or rich and famous, but at some point he'll get it that mom and dad own a brewery.
Yes, he's going to have an interesting life, that's for sure.
He'll be the coolest kid on the block.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out at your house.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the Twin Leaf story, where you're from and where the original idea came from, both home brewers, but also engineers.
That's right. We met in college. We were both in school for engineering. We started homebrewing together right after college, so it had been about 8 years now that we've been homebrewing together. And shortly after we started, it was kind of when we decided, hey, wouldn't it be kind of cool to open a brewery? And it was always, kind of a pipe dream for a while. But then, as we started working as engineers, we weren't really too happy with it, and that dream sort of became more of a reality, and it kind of pushed closer and closer in the timeline. So we always wanted to move south, and we love the outdoors and mountains. So Asheville was pretty much the perfect place for us. So we used to live in Pennsylvania, but we moved here 2 years ago. So and shortly after we moved, I started planning this business, and we got it off the ground about a month ago.
So what came first, the idea to open a brewery and move to Asheville, or did it really formulate, did you choose Asheville because of the beer scene?
Not really. Actually, we chose Asheville because of our love of the outdoors. We had even thought about moving to Colorado at one point, but we kind of wanted to stay on the East Coast, and we love the South, and we vacationed here a whole bunch of times, and just, how can you not fall in love with Asheville, right? So, and we didn't even find out about the Beer City thing until after we had already decided to move here. So, of course, when we heard about that, we're like, oh, we better get on this. So,
bingo.
Yeah, we fast-tracked our plans and came down and got moving on it.
And you're off to a great start. You opened, just about a month and a half, 2 months ago?
It was a month ago.
Okay.
Last couple days ago, yeah.
All right, so that was in March, beginning of March?
Yep, March 8th was our grand opening.
And off to a great start. The night that I came a few weeks ago, the place was packed.
Yeah, we had a line out the door the entire day, which was really exciting for us. All the hard work that we put into this place, and all the stress and everything, to see that, it was just very gratifying and made us feel pretty good.
You must have known you have a nice facility, you've got good equipment, and you're making good beer, but you always wonder, will the people come?
No, it's always a thought, and we were very relieved when we saw that line.
Well, it really comes down to the beer, and we have some of them with us here today. And let's do a little sampling, a little tasting. You tell me about the beers. We'll go left to right, and we'll do a quick sip.
Okay, sure. This first beer here, this is White Noise. It's our Belgian wit. It's our lightest beer that we make. It's just very easy drinking. It's perfect for a nice summer day. Cheers. It's got interesting Belgian yeast character. It's very delicate in flavor.
It is too. I can imagine that when it's warm outside, this being
Yes.
a big seller this summer.
Yes, definitely. That's what we figured as well.
Very nice.
Okay, and then the next one here is this is our Upper ESB, which is an English style beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of malt complexity, a lot of chocolate, a little bit of caramel. It's a recipe that we worked very hard on to tweak and get just perfect, because it's one of our favorite styles of beer.
Very good, and not a lot of brewers do ESBs. It seems, at least. There's several other in town that do, but it's not one you always see on the roster. So a nice option for folks here in Asheville, a very hop-heavy town, to have a malted hoppy beer as well.
Yes, and we tried to, in the beers that we chose for our house beers, we tried to pick a wide variety of styles so that, people have all different tastes, and not everybody loves IPAs. Some people like beers like this, and we try to cover the full gamut with our house beers and also our seasonal beers as well.
And we're getting a nice example of that here, as you can clearly see, 4 totally different styles of beer.
Yes.
Speaking of hops.
Yes, and this one is our 144 codename Juicy Fruit, which is our IPA. This one has been our biggest seller for sure. I mean, it's Asheville. Everybody loves hops. So, yeah, we use Cascade, Amarillo, Centennial, and Citra hops in this. So it's just a fruity, juicy bomb.
Juicy fruit.
Exactly. Right.
From the gum? Is that where the idea came from? Juicy fruit gum?
Yeah, we sort of, we wanted to make a very like fruity, citrusy kind of IPA, and we just thought it was a funny name.
And you did. It's a very good beer.
Thank you.
Delicious. And our final.
And this one is our Mexican chocolate stout. This is actually a small batch that we made. We have a small pilot system that we use. It can only do a half barrel at a time. So we only made a little bit of this. But this beer everyone's been clamoring about it actually. So we're going to make a large batch of it very soon because we think people are going to just go nuts over it. So it's a really nice, thick, chocolatey stout, and we brewed with cocoa nibs, cinnamon, and arbol chilies. So it's got a little bit of heat to it, but it's just a touch. And people have said it's like a dessert.
And I can smell all of that too. The aroma is fantastic.
I'm really proud of this one. This one, it's so
the chocolate right up front.
Yeah.
Very fresh tasting, almost like you bit into a bar of the baker's chocolate, the unsweet chocolate a little bit. A little bit of sweetness, obviously there, the cinnamon. And not too much spice. I've had some hot beers before, and sometimes it's overwhelming.
Right. Yeah. It's just
enough.
Touch of heat. It's just a little bit that. What's that? Man.
I can see why you're selling so well in this one.
Yes.
Fantastic. Off to a great start at Twin Leaf Brewery. I know I was following your progress on Facebook eagerly.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job of that, of keeping people up to date on your progress with this is happening, this is happening.
Yeah.
The city's making us plant a tree in the front that we had to tear down. I know that was a whole mess, but now you're up and running.
Yeah, we were very excited through the whole process, and I just wanted to kind of chronicle the whole thing, and it was fun to get other people excited about it too. So. Yeah, that was all me on Facebook and Twitter and all that. So.
And the name Twin Leaf?
Well, we wanted to have something that kind of reflected our love of the outdoors. So a lot of naming things, it kind of comes down to just throwing around random words.
Yeah, put them together.
Yeah, so it was one of the things where we were throwing around names, and we stumbled across it, and it just kind of perfect. So we just like the way the imagery it gives, and we went with like a whole kind of outdoor look here with like all the wood and the green and the natural kind of thing. So, and we want to do a lot of like environmental fundraisers and things like that. So it just kind of went with our whole persona, because this place is really a reflection of myself and Tim. So
it fits well. I wish Tim could have been here, but we'll drink his beer for him.
Yes, I don't mind doing that.
Cheers to Twin Leaf, Asheville's latest edition in the South Slope. You'll find it here on South Cox in Asheville. Cheers.